Hey, we got the star wipe!
Oh,
Star wipe! It's a smooth transition we got. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dimension Dorks, Nerdbots, first and only, for now, live tabletop role-playing, definitely not Dungeons & Dragons, live stream. We're here with me, Loki Hates You, I'm your host, and we're going to be finishing our campaign called The Duchess's Balls. We've got our 4 party members here, and I'm going to introduce you to them right now. Let's take a look at the table. Everybody, there's no studio audience, so there's no round of applause for Thor Nye.
Hey, I'm Thor Loves You. I've known. No,
I regret picking Loki Hates You as a name for
it's great.
Yeah, but people think I'm a hate group or something.
That's true.
That's a little.
He's really much nicer than his name suggests.
The world's got too much hate in it already.
Really sweet guy. You deserve better.
I'll figure something else out later.
Now changing to Loki Loves You.
Yeah.
Be like that basketball player that had to change his name after that huge stadium fight.
Oh, I didn't even know about
Are we
that.
talking about world peace?
Mm-hmm.
World Peas?
Yeah.
Yes, you could be Loki World Peace.
Loki World Peace is now.
World Peace. This is starting to sound like I'm a non-profit organization. So Thor, tell us about what's been going on this week with you. You got anything exciting on the horizon?
No, it's been a couple auditions. I have to sing tomorrow for a new show. That's by the people who made Glee, and I'm like, what am I? Why are they asking me to do this?
Have you ever done real technical singing before?
No. So I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of auto-tune, and you're obviously going to do the songs in the studio. But first I have to get the part, so we'll see.
There's so many great singers out there. It's intimidating when you get called in to do singing for someone.
Yep.
You want to give us a little taste?
No.
Okay, moving on. So sitting directly to Thor's right on your screen, it might be screen left, we've got Lizifer.
Hi.
Welcome back, Lizifer.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
I didn't realize until halfway through last game that your character's name was Zill, which is Liz backwards.
I'm really original when it comes to all of my video games. So if you look at my World of Warcraft profile, it's just all my name, just spelled different ways.
So are there other D&D characters out there named Zill in other campaigns right now?
How dare you?
Maybe. I have mirror image. It's allowed, okay?
Are you cheating on me?
She won't be around for long because I'm actually taking over DMing that group. So
Okay, well there you go.
Ascending to godhood, basically, the character.
Wow, that sounds like a game that's been going on for a while. Well, can you tell us a couple of the highlights of last game, stuff that you remember having done and hoping to do this time?
Well, my very timid high elf is an archaeologist. She's looking for dig sites, very inquisitive about the world around her, but is definitely distracted by the booze. Got a little bit of a drinking problem.
She got a little out of hand.
I believe
it's not that big of a problem.
she was starting to feel a little weird last time.
A little weird. But, she's looking forward to this game for the taverns and the archaeological digs.
Well, I think we've got the slurring part nailed down. Well done. Well, thank you, Liz, for coming out tonight. I realize everyone had a little bit of trouble getting here tonight, and thank you all for bearing with Los Angeles in general.
Traffic was horrifying.
Well, it's part of the adventure, I think.
Is Los Angeles your fault?
I mean,
we're looking at you,
I got
buddy.
a lot going on.
It is Loki Hates You.
I'm a pretty big deal in this town.
Yeah.
So
Los Angeles hates you, traffic hates you. It's all lining up.
yeah, the traffic surge may be a little more my fault than you think. Next up,
Damn it.
Knoxweiler Ignatius Burf.
Hello.
Now, Knoxweiler, is what everyone seems to call you. Although you are very mysterious.
Thank you. I cultivate that.
What's been going on this week? You said this week flew by.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of moved excessively quickly. I spent most of the week thinking about my choices in life and thinking about everything that I had done with the character last session.
One of these weeks.
What I could do better this session. and I think I've made some really good choices that I'm excited to share with everyone.
Well, I can tell you what I can do better is actually have your name on hand instead of just calling you the Wizard the entire campaign, which I did last time.
I think I was calling myself the Wizard as well.
Yeah,
So,
well-
to be fair.
I mean, we're all the Wizard in our own minds.
Aren't we, though? That's a
Like-
nice uplifting thought.
Yeah.
We're all wizards. You're
Well-
all wizards, too.
Yes.
Well, I'll make it to that Nintendo tournament someday.
Someday.
And lastly, now we had, this is almost the exact same party as last week, and I told myself it would be easier to schedule 4 different people every week, and I was like, I'm going to do 4 different people every week, but you guys were so great that I was like, we're going to get them all back. Unfortunately, we lost, unfortunately, we lost Lamar, and in his place, filling in, we've got
Another
Hunter.
black guy.
I wasn't going to say it. Listen, we support diversity on Dimension Dorks, okay?
They do. This time, it's a British black guy.
I was gonna say.
I don't think it gets more diverse than that.
Uncanny.
So now I have you credited in the promo for this as is it Hunter? Was it Wolf?
Yeah.
It's
Hunter Wolf.
Hunter Wolf. Okay.
Yeah, Hunter's actually my name, so I go by Hunter.
Okay.
It was Dreadwolf originally.
Right.
However, people confuse that for my
That's
hair.
what I had you credited as.
Yeah, like they confuse my hair for it, and I'm like, no, it's from Dragon Age. This is just a coincidence.
So
feel ya.
Hunter, you were just realizing kind of as you arrived, you were telling me you've played a lot of RPGs in the past.
Yes, that is.
And
true.
you were like, oh wait, I've never actually done 5e before. So
I
this is
haven't. This is my first. I've
God.
done Pathfinder. I've done a couple World of Darkness, but I've actually never touched a D&D campaign
Until today.
until today.
Well-
so this is my proverbial cherry. Also, my character's looking to get some cherries popped.
Well, that's
damn.
okay. Well, here we
Okay.
go. We're gonna get right into the vulgar talk as it goes. A little,
we
little
really
bit of a
ever
weird term.
semi anything?
Yeah.
Semi-professional.
No, well, I'll take that.
Somebody could have a semi right now. We wouldn't even know. Oh, this guy over here. So Hunter, I want to give you a little trigger warning. Speaking of you being the British guy, I do a lot of voices as the DM.
Those were perfect.
Okay.
I died laughing.
All right, I just don't want to offend any.
No.
Brits
So
now.
I was like laughing about it. I was actually talking to my friend from Ireland about it because she was watching it too, and she was like, "That's actually sounds pretty fucking good." I was like, "Right? Like one of those fucking chavs you meet like from." But yeah. So yeah,
I love-
It was,
you know what?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
I would love to be one of those chaps you meet.
No, chavs.
Chavs?
Hooligans. Yeah, you don't want to be those guys.
Chavs.
You don't want to be those guys. I
Chav.
swear on me nan's grave. Those guys with like
Chav
the missing
Chelios?
teeth. Yeah, those guys. You don't want to be those guys.
Mimi was my favorite.
Hunter. Okay, I'm gonna give case our producer Kay a quick note. Hunter volume needs to come up, and Wizard volume needs to come up just a little. And I'm a little hot, so I'm gonna lean away.
Feeling
Cool.
hot.
So I was trying to make sure that I was getting all the voicitude I could. So let's do a quick summary. What do you guys remember happening last campaign? How do you recall it from your account?
It was fall
It was
It
fall,
was.
possibly
in
winter.
my head.
What season was it exactly?
It is
Winter.
spring. According to the
What
weather
season is
and
it now,
the
bitch?
rotation of the planet, it is spring in the land of Townsville, Shire, Fordington.
Beautiful name. Beautiful name.
However, okay, so
There was a lot of disregard for personal space, property, and I think the general disregard for kindness.
And drinking levels.
agreed.
Reasonable.
Also
Blood
there
alcohol
was
volume.
disregard for sobriety in public. So what happened was our 4 adventurers found themselves wandering to the Pineview Enquestlement Center to get enquestled with a quest. At which point they were asked the 2 introductory questions, which gave them 4 options to pursue: treasure, valor, glory in battle, or sexiness. kind of.
All of which led to the Duchess's balls.
And all of which puts your face right way deep in the Duchess's ball.
Smack dab.
As it seems you were, instead of assigned to raiding a dungeon or assassinating some sort of high lord or whatever, you were given the task to escort a snooty, highborn lady to a very fancy ball.
We hotboxed her like any nice random
Escort would
person
do.
Indeed
would.
you did. The wizard Elmifistkadien?
Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic.
Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic is revealed to have a bit of a dependency on certain smokable items. Some of that may have passed on to the Duchess, but we'll never know because upon arriving at the ball, she was admitted in, and her escorts were not.
We at least know she likes to party. That much is known.
My name is Duchess DeLePipe, and I like to party. So, the Duchess is now inside the ball, and our adventurers were left with very little to do. Upon trying to find something a little more adventurous, they ran into a couple of ruffians on their way to a local tavern, which was only a little ways away.
We sure did.
And in trying to help the ruffians light his cigarillo,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Uthoria used magic to light his pipe.
Yes, of course.
Which enraged him and caused the party to be engulfed in a melee of sorts, in which they brutally murdered one of the two thugs
Tried to save
I
him.
mean,
and allowed the other to live, having been beaten within an inch of his life. He was shown around said tavern in order to, as a demonstration of power, by the very much pro wrestler like half orc named Traut, and Traut sort of he didn't get the favor of the bartender by doing that, and so was forced to carry that body out. The bartender then misplaced his trust in the party, saying, "Hey, can you watch the bar for a moment?"
See,
Oh, see, we accepted a moment, but then it took a while, and then stuff happened.
it was way longer than
We
a
tried,
moment.
we tried.
Euthoria did her level best.
Yeah.
Zill was drunk. Zill was straight up drunk, ass skunk drunk,
I think I was closer resembling a slug
Yeah.
as far as a life form goes.
in real bad shape. And Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic decided to see what he could find in the way of a cash drawer.
Pretty
I
sure.
gave them all of the nails they could ever use in that lockbox.
Indeed, he did.
Everything else is mine.
You could say he nailed it.
Some
nailed it.
metals are more precious than others.
Oh, so good.
So, but after Zill struck up a conversation, or was it? No, I think Traut struck up a conversation with a guy at the side of the bar who was sort of chuckling at the fact that these four escorts were no longer watching their carriage. This made him nervous. He exited the tavern, and we ended the episode with Traut watching a very well adorned
Endowed.
and very well endowed carriage to speed down the road with what may have been the Duchess DeLePipe in tow. So now the party is in a panic.
Did we see part of her sticking out,
You
or
did
just
see
her
a
dress?
a dress that resembled hers
Okay.
in
What about
coloration, but it is dark.
Dainty hand with a
Yeah, well,
h-
yeah, that's
handkerchief.
fairly-
Maybe a chief of some sort,
Yeah,
whether
okay.
hanker
There was
or
some
otherwise.
cur and some chief.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, the party has exited the tavern, and immediately Traut engages in a foot race with the speeding carriage that is being pulled by four horses. He heads north down the road and disappears from sight before the party can stop him.
Okay. So he's never heard from again. So we have a choice to make, right? We got to either go get our own carriage and follow, or see if that was in fact DeLePipe.
You have approached the ballroom, the large place where the party is being held, and the guards have told you that while they do not have a strict account of who has come and gone, they do not believe that they saw the Duchess DeLePipe exit the party.
Okay.
But it is within your power to chase the cart with your own cart, as it has not yet been stolen, while you were not watching it.
That's incredible.
No.
However, as you go to approach your cart, a slender figure emerges from the bushes that separate the tavern from the, let's call it a ballroom center. And she timidly approaches Uthoria, Zill, and Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic. And she has a question.
Hey,
So, how's it going?
We're sort of in the middle of something here.
Yeah, I noticed that. Did you happen to see a nice tall stack of orc run by?
he ran that way.
Oh my god, is she trying to kill us right now?
I mean, I could, but let's be honest.
I'm still hammered.
I'd
You
probably
are
kill
drunk.
myself too. So yeah, I've been looking for that nice tall stack of pancakes.
Dale, the caterer from earlier on in the evening, sees that you have approached the party. He's like, "Yeah, that's Traut, my boy!"
Traut is my closest and only friend.
Oh, so you know him then?
Yes, I'm quite familiar with the sturdy Traut.
What the hell? I thought I was your friend, man.
Do you hear something?
Dale, the caterer says, "He ran off that way like a bat out of hell, the crazy son of a bitch. He'll probably come back if you hang around."
He made his way upriver for the winter.
Interesting. So
If you wish to catch up with him, you should ride with us. We're about to take this cart and head down the road.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
love that. You guys are legend.
When we have room for one more since Traut is gone.
All right.
Also true.
Strange.
Would you like to introduce yourself, wayward traveler?
Oh, yes. I'm horrible at introducing myself. Calysto.
Oh, Calysto! That's my mom's name!
This is
Hell
such a
yeah!
small world. My god.
Small world.
Callisto, if you are seeking adventure of the highest order, or wishing to drive the cart, you would be most welcome in our adventuring quadruplet.
Yeah, you don't want to let Zill drive. She's in bad shape. She got some of that good stuff.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what does that smell?
I reach my hand out to introduce myself and immediately throw up on the floor.
Vomit and shame.
Lovely.
So, yeah, Dale is going to be like, "Oh, you guys taking off?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think
What
we
about
have...
the Duchess?"
Have you seen
Wait a
her?
sec.
Who left in this well-endowed cart we saw just race down the street here that Traut ran after?
Ah, fucked if I know. I was in there with you guys.
This is correct.
You guys are looking for the Duchies.
Yes. Did you happen to see who
Nah,
joined?
man. Not the Duchies. The Duchess.
Duchess.
I'm also
Duchess
interested-
DeLePipe. She could polish the chrome off a trailer hitch. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Oh,
I do know what you're
I
saying.
do know what you're saying.
I don't.
That's what she's known for, at least. I don't know.
That's quite a reputation. Damn.
How do we make sure she has left?
It's like,
Does it matter if it's not her on the cart? We can just come back and pretend we never left.
it's like, usually Conjure keeps an eye on that. If he doesn't see the Duchess, like, if he didn't see her leave, chances are she's not gone.
Oh.
I think we should force our way in.
I'm pretty observant, so yeah.
It's like, so, Dale looks at, like a magically imbued timepiece that is attached to his wrist, and is like, "Man, looks like it's about 11 bells right now, so I mean, I gotta head in and start cleaning up. If you want to try to sneak in with me, help me clean up a little bit."
Yes to the first part.
Yeah, let's sneak in with this guy.
We'll head in.
Seems like he knows what he's doing.
And then I stop there.
He's like, I'm gonna give you a mop. You're gonna need it.
I'm not mopping.
He's like, well, you ain't coming in if you ain't gonna work. I'll tell you that much.
I think we should just say we're gonna do it and just not do it.
I mean, if we're
I love mopping.
Yeah, let's just say we're gonna do it and just like bail.
He's like, but first, how about you, Enigma boy? You got anything to get us ramped up for this adventure?
Well, I've been thinking as you were talking, my friend, and I have come, I believe, to a solution to the problem. Yes, we could enter as servants of this place and put ourselves into a situation that would probably require work. Knowing these are our options, I feel that there may be another way. A magic spell, perhaps.
Or
Makeover montage is a spell that I learned early in my wizardry training. And with these parts from this cart, I believe that I can give us all a makeover that will make us believably noble in appearance.
He was like, fuck, I was just gonna sneak in through the bushes.
Well, let's do that.
He's like, no, let's see what you got.
I don't know, Dale. I don't know anymore.
He's like, I was just asking if I could take a couple more puffs off that pipe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I was forgetting what I was saying. Here you go.
All right.
We'll save the magic.
Are we doing a makeover or not?
I don't fucking care.
I say we do makeovers. I can tear everything off this carton, and we can use it. We can use it to make ourselves look like noble people.
He's like, I tell you what, you might want to look like nobles that are all fucked up. These people know how to party. If you're coming from over here, it might look like you were screwing in the bushes or something.
okay,
I think we're halfway there, Dale.
let me get a hit of that pipe.
Is there any chance I can talk to the gods?
Talk to the... Well, you can talk to yourself and see if the gods answer.
The gods.
The guards. Yeah, you can talk to the gods.
Yeah, I also heard
Gods of
gods.
all.
Are you there? It's me, Margaret.
You can always talk to yourself.
God, if you're there.
Yeah.
Please help me.
You wanna head over to the guards?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the gods.
All right. There are two guards standing watch at the front door. One of them is a grizzled captain type. The other one is a less senior member.
Hey guys, I'm sobering up. I can make myself invisible.
Well, let's see if perhaps Calysto can distract the guards enough while you hatch your plan. So, the more senior of the two guards answers you, and he's like, "Oi, what is it?"
Hey there, cute stuff. What you got going on in there?
He looks you up and down, and he's like, "It's a party. What does it look like?"
I've got a couple gold on me. Wouldn't mind letting me squeeze in and take a look, would ya?
You got a ring that says you're a princess or something like that?
Oh, actually, I am a princess.
Oh my god.
But I lost my ring. It fell off.
Yeah. And I'm the god of being handsome and having a big one. You know what I mean? I just happened to lose my fucking lightning bolts. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait. Is this the ring? Minor illusion.
Right. So,
Just don't tell them it's
Uthoria
a-
approaches from behind and presents an
An
shimmering
illusory,
ring.
shimmering ring.
Oh, thank you. You're such a kind man. I can't believe I dropped that.
Oh, that's convenient. One of these pricks that was trying to sneak in before gives you a ring just as you were telling me you lost your princess ring, showing up to a party without a fucking ball gown on. Get the fuck out of here, both of you.
Okay, I'll keep this then. I'll tuck it into my.
All right, so Elmifistkadien has begun ripping the interior of the carriage out and is making a ball gown.
Okay.
I've got a pretty high charisma. What's the chance I can intimidate these guys?
Give me an intimidation check. What do you want to say? What do you want to say to them? Do you want to try to seduce him? Do you want to try to scare him?
Seduce.
I'm gonna try to scare him.
Okay. What are you gonna do what are you gonna say to scare him?
So, I'm going to take off my goggles. And he's going to see my eyes.
Okay.
My
so
eyes
this
are...
steampunk human who happens to be wearing a hat with horns on it and wearing goggles takes off her goggles.
And my eyes are glowing blue. They're neon blue.
Okay.
Like mine.
Look. If you don't let me in, I'm not going to get drunk enough to come back out here and show you a good time.
All right, roll it.
That's real threatening.
No, this is a seduction check.
Oh.
Oh! Natural.
Okay.
Natural 20, he likes those eyes. So he looks you up and down, and he's like, oh, is that right? I'll tell you what.
Yeah, don't you want to see what's under this cloak later?
I'll tell you what, if you want to sneak around the back, I'll let you take a little peek in through the kitchen, but you're not going to last long in there. And I need something of yours to show that you're going to come back here tonight. And maybe you and me have a little party.
Oh, dear.
Sure.
All right, what do you offer as collateral?
I take off my underwear right in front of him and give it to him.
Wow.
This is...
All right.
Do you have a skirt or something? Or
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
wearing
like-
a full, robe.
All right.
Okay.
He takes him, and he looks around, and he looks at his buddy, and his buddy's kind of whistling and looking the other way. And he stuffs your undergarments into the back of his pauldron or something. And he's like, sneak around back. I'll even let you take a couple of friends with you. But don't make a scene, all right?
Meanwhile,
Of course not, cutie.
I've wrapped Zill in the curtains from the cart, and I've smashed good berries onto her face like rouge.
Make me pretty. God damn it, make me pretty.
All right, so Zill is now covered in fine embroidered cloth. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's got what resembles makeup on her face, but she looks like she's just, had something smeared across her entire face. So yeah, what are you gonna do, Zill? You gonna make a run at the guards?
I'm feeling pretty confident right now, so...
All right.
You look wonderful.
I thank you so much.
Wait, aren't we going around back with them now?
Well, Uthoria, you now know that you are allowed back there.
Yeah.
Zill has not been given that knowledge
I'm
yet.
very determined.
Can I signal them to, come with me?
Yeah, you can start heading over.
Yeah, this amazing costume
Now,
is better inside.
Zill's on her way over in her new disguise. She's going to walk right by you.
Really? Walking.
Hey, why don't you just follow me?
So the guards, as they see you talking to Zill, they're like, "Hey, oi, you leave her alone. She's highborn."
I'm not sure. Are they talking to me right now?
Oh, yes.
Is it the dress? Is it
yes,
working?
Yes, of course.
Oh my god, I've never felt this way in my entire life.
So Zill continues to stumble forward. And Uthoria and Calysto get back to the carts where they meet back up with Dale and Elmifistkadien.
All right, look, she's going through the front. I don't know how long she's going to make it, but let's pray she makes it. Let's go through the kitchen.
All right, so
Should we split the party here, or should we just grab her?
Zill's almost at the front door at this point.
I'm really proud of my work, and I would like to see how far this plays out.
I am feeling really confident today. So I've never felt this way in my entire life after studying years in archaeology and knowledge. I need to live this moment.
Zill, although she can hear, although it seems through as if she's underwater, she can hear the rest of the party sort of quietly beckoning to her. But does she continue forward, Zill?
Absolutely.
She does. As she does, the two guards look at her piteously, and they're like, "These folks can't handle their liquor." And they're like, "All right, get inside, take care of yourself, try not to puke on anyone. You'll cause an international incident." So,
Thank you, I kind sir.
Zill has entered the ball.
Okay.
I've never been so proud in my entire life.
I turn back, looking at our wizard, and a tear comes down, and I'm like,
You are now drunk and crying.
Reaching out slowly.
Good berries,
Turns
stream
out
down my face.
it's the perfect disguise in a room full of rich drunk people.
We should hurry.
Okay, so the rest of the party heads around the back, correct?
Let's hustle. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so the guards do see Uthoria, Calysto, and Elmifistkadien sneak around the bushes and head around the back
As agreed.
of the ballroom.
As per agreed on the contractual underwear.
Yeah.
I must say, I really am a big fan of your work.
I am freezing.
Yes, well, you've given your underpants away. I'm not sure what we can do for you here.
It's thermal underwear.
As you pass by, Dale's like, well, goddamn! I guess no sweeping up for you guys! I'm right behind you! So as you make your way through the bushes, you see him gathering up cleaning supplies, and he will be shortly behind you as you head down. So you make your way through the bushes on the closer side, and as you come around the back, you see a service entrance that leads to a kitchen. Mm-hmm. Outside that entrance is a large pile of garbage. It stinks. It's mostly food refuse. And they don't bother. They don't really have an advanced way of getting rid of garbage here. So there's just a big pile of garbage and a kitchen door. You can see servants moving around inside the kitchen, but none of them are outside with you as it stands.
Can I see maybe any loose garments like a waiter's shirt or something or?
You do see some tablecloths, which could resemble the white robes that are worn by the servers.
I'm going to take those and wrap those around me.
All right, they're slightly soiled, but for the most part, you look like someone who's just, been working in a kitchen.
And I'm going to grab a tray.
Okay, so you're heading straight into the kitchen to grab a tray.
Yeah, and then walk out to carry it around.
Okay.
I'll follow, and if there's is there music being played?
There is music being played, but
Is it from one stage, from several parts of the room?
It's from the, I guess, screen right side of the room.
I can't. This one's super.
Calysto, give me a perception check when you search for those garments. Tell me just roll a d20 and tell me what you got.
17.
On
17.
fire.
Yeah, rolling high.
In looking through the garbage and refuse, you do find a knife. You find a knife with a black blade that shines green in the light.
What?
It was buried underneath a particularly noticeable tray or rigid piece of garbage. It was sort of hidden underneath a piece
Is there a
of
way I can
metal.
detect what that is?
If you want to spend 1 minute examining it, yes.
Yeah. Do I roll for that?
No,
Okay.
if you spend a minute looking at it, you realize it is a dagger of venom.
Holy shit.
Are you sharing this with us?
I'm about to, yeah. Not sure if this is important. I lick the knife.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see how you're poisoned.
I think I'm immune to that, to poison. I should be.
I think
I
you're,
hope you're right.
resistant at best. You're gonna
Yeah, I
find
think I
out
have a
soon.
little
Fingers
resistance
crossed.
to
I
that.
think you're going to
Hold on
find that
just a
maybe
second.
that was a bad
That's
idea.
usually the best way to find out if you're.
Now, you
immune to
did
something.
know that this is what's called a dagger of venom, not a dagger of kind of being sharp, but not poisonous. Okay, so let's see.
That's a very interesting weapon, though.
She truly is one of us.
This must have been put here on purpose.
Yeah,
Some
give me a Constitution save with advantage.
Okay.
Rules police, are tieflings immune to poison?
No,
Poisonous fire, no. Okay.
no.
Yeah, you were
They're
immune to
resistant to fire. That's it.
Are they immune
Did you
to
roll
bad
twice?
choices?
Roll twice.
Are you suggesting perhaps that there's a problem?
What's your higher roll?
14.
14? You managed not to be poisoned by the dagger, but it does taste awful, and you gag.
Okay.
So the rest of the party sees Calysto gagging after licking a knife she found in the garbage.
Interesting.
This is poison. No one lick this.
I've already licked it. I'm sorry. I just licked it.
Did you?
Yes.
All right, Elmifistkadien, give me a Constitution check.
Sorry. That's a 7.
7. Okay. You are poisoned. I believe that means you have disadvantage on some stuff.
Gives you disadvantage to
Oh, this is horrid. Oh,
attack
Did you
and
lick
ability.
that?
yeah, you told me to.
I said not to.
I could have swore you told me to lick this.
As the party argues, Zill is inside. There are dancing people. There are drunken people. There are people that are just really out of their minds on whatever the multiverse has to offer as far as psychotropic drugs. What do you want to do? There's music playing. There's a stage where you can see that the host of the party is sitting on a pedestal, and there's food in the lower east corner, southeast corner.
Well, my first option is I'm going to approach just a random person and marvel at the architecture and go, can you tell me the history of this room and how long this has been here? And this is just so gorgeous, I must know.
You find a drunken duchess that is not the Duchess DeLePipe, and she says, "You're so pretty." And she starts to touch your hair, and she's getting real close to your face.
Please watch out, you'll smear my makeup even further.
And she's like, "You're like the prettiest princess in the world.
I'm a princess.
What sort of castle do you live in?" And as she says, "What sort of castle do you live in?" she leans in and she begins to kiss like the side of your face with mostly teeth and tongue.
Oh, she's eating me like a good berry right now. So
She's getting on your face.
She's getting all them
because
good
your face
berries.
is delicious.
It's a
She also gains 1 temporary hit point
oh my
for
god!
the good berry juice that's on your face.
I'm glad I could do her that service.
I'm gonna sneak in as part of like some musical act or whatever. Try to hustle into the hall here and very quickly look to see if I see the DeLePipe, because if not, we're gonna immediately have to get out of here and go.
All right,
we're losing time.
Uthoria rushes through the kitchen, watching her 2 comrades gag on poison that they stupidly licked off.
I break out my flute and I kind of start playing as I enter the sort of main ballroom.
Very good. You head through. You see there are several people in the kitchen who take very little notice of you, but as soon as you exit the kitchen, there is a guard who takes note of your entrance. Give me a performance check.
Meanwhile, I'd like to be turning people around, being like, "Oh my God, are you DeLePipe? Are you DeLePipe? Are you DeLePipe? Nope."
Give me a perception check.
Oh shit. Clearly super drunk still. Let's see. Sorry, it's been a hot minute.
Uthoria, what is your roll?
14, as I'm walking and playing at the same time, trying to see what's happening. It's not very good.
The guards see you enter, and they take notice, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, what are you doing?"
I'm playing my flute.
All right. Okay. You can see that there is a band performing in the northeast corner of the room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost on my way to the corner of the room because there's no bathroom at this time, and I just pee by the curtain. But I lost my way, and I'm going back now.
All right, then. Better out and in.
Yep.
Get on with it. So you head up to meet with the band. On your way through, you are not drunk.
No.
And what was your perception check?
It was a 6.
It was a 6.
Appropriate.
All you see are a rush of faces and voices and music.
Why does everyone look like they're crying?
But Uthoria, you can see that on the main stage where the host sits, the Duchess DeLePipe sits next to Prince Lucivius III, host of this very ball, and the highest of the highborn in this room.
So the guys whose carriage we saw leaving with what looked like the DeLePipe is supposedly sitting on stage.
He is definitely sitting on stage with all of his high royal guard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That looks like an illusion to me.
Poor
I'm gonna perception check that illusion.
All right.
I think they were taken, and this is fake.
Meanwhile, behind the ballroom are 2 poisoned idiots struggle to maintain their composure.
I'm not poisoned yet. However,
You should lick this.
holy shit, what are we going to do about you?
No, this is horrid.
All right, try to gain your composure. Give me another Constitution roll. Elmifistkadien the
Does a 2 succeed?
You puke on garbage.
You see that his beard sort of kind of comes loose.
Oh
And
no!
it like hangs at a thing, and he like grabs it and pulls it back up, and now it's covered in vomit.
Elmifistkadien the puke beard. Are you going to try to make it through the kitchen, or are you going to stay outside with your puke beard?
I'll be all right. I'm gonna walk it off. No, just you.
How about you wait here and puke it up?
Wait, I have something important to tell you. You are our only hope. I prophesized your arrival, and when I did, I knew that you were the one to save the Duchess. Don't fail us.
Leaving now!
The entire world depends on it.
Elmifistkadien, your stomach has run out of ammunition.
Oh no.
This is dry heaving in the
I
back.
quickly run into the ballroom to avoid smelling like puke.
All right, disguised as a kitchen worker, you
I'm
enter.
holding a tray of hors d'oeuvres.
All right, you have your hors d'oeuvres, and you
Forced doors.
I love those.
You have to take just put off the ones with puke on them, and the rest are fine.
You just flip those over. No one can tell.
All right, Calysto, you have entered the ball. The guard sees you, and he sees the hors d'oeuvres and thinks, yes, this person belongs here. Thinks you can take a little better care of your work clothes, but whatever. You follow the gaze of Uthoria and also see Duchess DeLePipe, and what you recognize is Prince Lascivious III on the stage. He is the prince of this particular fiefdom.
Five. I'm strongly disbelieving the what's going on stage right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
how do you want to do this?
Am I able to approach the prince?
You can walk across the dance floor holding your hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
Oh.
To see if he maybe offer him one.
Oh, why not?
Ooh.
All right.
I see.
I'm gonna look at the interaction and really stare using like Arcana and Perception to see if this is magically created in any way.
Can I use detect magic?
What's the range on that?
Detect magic is 60 feet.
60 feet. So you get within 60 feet of the stage, and what components does it require? Do you have to be speaking to yourself? Do you have to be...
You would definitely have to be speaking to yourself.
All right. Luckily, everyone's drunk, so even though you're speaking to yourself, everyone's just feeling good about it.
Are you using detect magic?
Well, I should probably meet up with you first and be like, oh, Uthoria, it's so nice to see you.
Zill is trying to detect her own hands and feet right now.
Okay, cool. So I'm not yet detecting magic. I'm just trying to see if this is legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the way to the stage, Calysto, everyone wants your hors d'oeuvres. Everyone has a major case of the munchies.
I think you had enough, Tubby.
Save one for me.
I'll give you 20 hors d'oeuvres. Roll a d20.
Oh no.
7.
Okay, you have 14 hors d'oeuvres remaining, and
Jesus
you are
Christ.
halfway across the dance floor. You're gonna have to make it through one more bout of that.
Got it.
Cutting back to the back of the ballroom, a shadowy figure emerges from the bushes near Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic, and he makes eye contact, and he's like, "What are you doing back here?"
What are you doing back here?
He's like, "I'm not doing anything back here. Shouldn't you be inside?"
I mean, I'm waiting for the proper moment.
Well, what's that? What do you mean?
Why don't you tell me?
And
I stroke the puke out of my beard.
So he's kind of pacing as he's speaking to you, and as he does, you see him like he's walking like unnecessarily close to the pile of garbage.
I'm gonna just like sort of saddle myself in front of it. I don't believe you understand what's happening here.
And he's like, he locks eyes with you, and he's like, "I don't believe you understand what's happening here."
Are we just going to keep saying the same thing back to each other?
He make a dex check.
Yeah. Oh. How's a 5?
Well, it's slightly less than his 9. He jukes past you
No!
and jumps into the pile of garbage, starts like searching around exactly where you found the dagger.
But is
I
he-
still have the dagger, right?
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
perfect.
I believe so, unless you stated otherwise.
Oh, no.
And he looks up at Elmifistkadien and he says, "Where is it?"
Tell me your name, son.
And he gets up and he grips you by the lapels and he's like,
Wait!
Tell me where it is!
I'm an old man!
Where is he?
An old human man!
I think he wants to lick
like-
the dagger.
"I don't have time for this." And he throws you aside and he
Oh!
rushes into the ballroom.
Can I make an attempt to trip him with one of my stilts?
Sure. Yeah, give me a, I don't know, what a acrobatics or an athletics check.
That I can do. 17.
17. All right, so you trip him on the way. And I mean, he wants to crawl all the way in there. Do you want to restrain him?
Yes, I'm going to climb up on top of him and I'm going to fish hook him. And so I'm going to grab the insides of his mouth and I'm going to just grab onto him and
I like
hold
this.
on. I gotta get in there right now. Tell me who you work for, charlatan. Speak clearly, you knave. No, wait. Oh, sorry.
It's for the good of the land. You have to let me in.
Well, I mean, if it's good for the land, then who am I to stand in the way? I'm gonna let him in.
Okay. he gets up and he's like, "I won't forget this."
Neither will I.
and he rushes in. The guards try to stop him on the way in, but he jukes past them as well. And Uthoria
Yes.
and Calysto, you can see a man approaching from the kitchen. He's in a big hurry, and he's looking wildly around. The guards have been alerted to his presence, and they seem to be starting to fast walk towards him.
Yes.
So, Uthoria,
Yeah.
do you continue on with your getting close to do a magic check?
Yeah, I'm getting as close as I can to stage without arousing suspicion, like the traveling musician. Then I pull out my little special harp thing and make other music.
All right, you are now let me get you within 60 feet here.
And
gonna have
there's
to get you
there's no
closer.
way for me to tell that this is real or an illusion so far?
No, I mean, they look like people sitting.
Okay.
All right, you're within 60 feet.
Yeah. I will not cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
If I've seen no shimmer, no nothing, I'll be like, okay, I'll hold on.
As far as you can tell, the Duchess is, she's much closer now. You can tell that she doesn't seem to have the same demeanor as before. She's not as stuck up looking. She's not as rigid. She seems to be real drunk and, her hands are moving around, and Lucivius III is enjoying himself as she sort of keeps him company on the main stage.
Right.
Is there anything nearby that I can throw without causing harm?
Without causing
Like
harm.
hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, you could make your way down either to the server who's carrying hors d'oeuvres, who you seem to kind of recognize, or to the food table that's in the south of the the ballroom.
I'll make my way to the food table and get a hors d'oeuvre.
Okay. So you walk all the way down to the south of the... Actually, let's bring you to the southeast here. It's a long walk, but you can make it. Staggering and kind of drunkly wavering over there. And there's a table full of meats, cheeses, crackers, cheeses, and meats.
I think this is called a charcuterie in the human realm.
Indeed. Which do you choose to put your hand into?
I am going to go with
look
cheese
at
because it's
that.
more aerodynamic.
Very good. You pick up a glob of semi-liquid cheese. What are you gonna do now?
I think the best way to see if this is an illusion is to throw it at the
Royals?
Duchess.
Oh.
You're gonna throw cheese at the Duchess DeLePipe. Very good.
I will divine sense though, as opposed to detect magic, which lets me feel if there are like godlike creatures or abyssal creatures or undead creatures in the room.
We're cheese creatures.
There's humans in the room, drunken
Okay.
humans who
Okay.
are possibly pretty discourteous, but none of them qualify as demons.
Okay.
The guard closest,
I was going to say, that ignores me, right?
make a. Yeah, you're a completely different thing. At this point, we're telling 4 different stories, and I love it.
Good.
So give me a dexterity roll, Zill. Do you have the negative to your dex bonus right now because of your drunkenness?
That would be a disadvantage.
Oh,
yes.
disadvantage. Okay, so
Or I think I have the 1 disadvantage.
yeah, and you have a
That's
-1 on
just-
dex.
Yeah.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at 2 right
So you
now.
have to roll both of these. Okay.
Well, my highest one was 19. The second one was 18.
By that
so
she means 21 and
21.
20.
I'm sorry.
Dirty.
Math.
You nail the Duchess straight up in the face with a glob of cheese, and a guard goes to restrain you.
I realize what a grave mistake I've made.
You are winning.
Give me a strength check.
That's a win.
Does she? Are you even trying to resist arrest right now, or?
What? Oh, I like the little yellow blob that you drawn on her face.
Nice.
That's
Sploosh.
appropriate.
Well, she's not an illusion, which is great. So
And neither is the cheese.
okay, so I have a 17 strength check.
17. Your drunken strength allows you to escape from the guard. At this point, Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic is
yes.
sneaking in through the kitchen due to the fact that the guards are distracted and chasing a mysterious man who has barged his way in.
At least
Just
they
as
forgot-
I planned.
At least they forgotten about the cheese.
So now there's spectacular the spectacle going on 2 sides of the room right now.
Right. 2 of the guards are now engaged with Zill as she drunkenly tries to get more cheese, potentially to identify more.
Illusion.
There it
And
is.
a dark figure is being followed by another set of guards.
He's only been noticed by 1 guard.
Okay.
Zill has actually distracted more guards than...
That is a lot of guards.
Do I make it to the Duchess to maybe attempt to wipe the cheese off her face?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Roll me another d20.
Okay. Oh, 1.
All right, so you have 13 Hors d'oeuvres left. You get... That's not you. Here you are. You get up on the stage and you hold this tray in front of her and Lucivius. Lucivius is now laughing at the Duchess, and he's like, yo, that shit was tight.
Oh my Duchess. Can I help you with that? Can I wipe the cheese off her face with my...
She's like,
Dirty.
my face usually doesn't have this much goop on it until the end of the night.
I know, dear. I know.
She's like, can you have a little napkin for me?
Here, use my robe.
She's like,
The tablecloth.
Smells like garbage.
Yes, I know. Oh.
Okay,
You'll be smelling like that at the end of the night. Don't worry.
I'm gonna wipe my little dirty face on your garbage cloth.
Is there somewhere I can take you, like the bathroom, maybe?
She's like, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna go home with the prince tonight. And I'm gonna be a princess, okay?
Girl,
Listen, you wanna be my handmaid?
I would love to.
I got you, girl.
Nice.
She's like, okay, you could see. Don't give him anything with onions in it, okay? Because I'm gonna have. Because I don't like that kind of thing, and I'm gonna have to deal with that later.
Yeah, I feel you.
She's like, okay, I'll talk to you later, girl.
Okay.
I'm now convinced
and
it's
she
not an
sends you
illusion.
on your way.
I think she.
I walk past. I want to signal to the what's his face that he might be getting some. So I'm gonna wink at him.
And he's like, tie.
Yeah.
Seems like a very educated
All right.
gentleman.
So the rest of the party can now see that Calysto has served the Duchess and cleaned her up a little bit.
Is the dark figure still approaching?
The dark figure is still approaching.
Can I notice him?
By
the
you,
way?
you see him moving through the crowd. There are
Okay.
now 2 guards that have noticed him, and they are approaching the dark figure as he kind of jukes his way through the crowd. He's very agile in his mannerisms, but he's heading straight for the stage.
How am I doing right now?
You're being restrained by 2 guards, like for sure.
What do we know of
Can
like?
I bump into the dark figure with my rest of the tray of hors d'oeuvres, like all over him?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
let
you
me
make
do
your
that.
way down. Uthoria, you see a collision course happening between the dark figure.
Okay, real quickly, what do I know of the sort of what's the political climate here? Is this guy a tyrant? Like, what side do I want to be on here, if I may?
Lucivius III is not well loved.
Okay, is this for good reason? Would one
Before
say?
you finish that, I also want to use sleight of hand and slip the knife back on him.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm,
Slipping it back on who?
Give him back the dagger of venom.
I'm slipping it on the dark figure
dark
because I'm
figure.
realizing it's a poison knife and I don't want to get caught with it.
And if we don't like this guy, then yeah, maybe we should just kind of help
I
out.
don't want to know who he is. I don't care who he is. I just want to throw it on him.
Thank you
Okay.
for not giving it to me while I'm in hot water.
I don't think you were in danger of being entrusted with anything, Zill. All right, Elmifistkadien, what are you
Yes.
doing right now?
Well, to be clear, I'm glad that everyone is safe and everything seems to be just as we planned. I have rolled underneath this serving table here, and I am currently pickpocketing anyone who comes up to gather something from the buffet,
Very good. You are underneath the table.
lightening the load of the individuals that may pass by. Their coin purses are slipping off of them.
I like this guy.
And there may
charity
well be
work.
some good food down there, too. So,
Hey,
you know.
5-second rule.
Especially on an empty stomach, am I right?
All right, so, oh man, remembering names is real tough. Calysto, you have walked 30 feet. Do you want to sprint towards this guy, or do you want to just walk off the stage as if you're still serving hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, I'm going to just beeline it toward him.
All right, roll me a d20. Let's see how many hors d'oeuvres you've lost.
Let's see. It's a 9.
9? You were down to 4 hors d'oeuvres.
Oh my god.
This is a situation.
All right,
gonna do?
Uthoria, are you moving closer to the...
The impending collision?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will, bardic as I'm playing my flute, weaving through the crowd here, I'll lend the bardic inspiration die to Calysto as he's trying to make this transfer. So he can spend basically another d6 to affect his roll to succeed in this endeavor. Whatever he's trying to do next. He gets to choose how to use it. He just gets an additional...
Callisto's got that bardic inspiration. Woo! All right.
I'm bobbing my head as I'm moving.
All right, so you're feeling the groove.
Yeah.
You see your good friend Uthoria now is kind of nearby, and she's
My tails are swinging.
giving you that...
I'm going to say
They.
Uthoria. They. Right. They are inspiring you to do your best as a quick-handed sleight of hand person.
yes.
So, we're coming close, and you make contact with this man. He's going to try, give me a dexterity check, or you do your sleight of hand check, and he's going to try to evade any contact with you at all.
13?
All right.
If you want, you can roll an additional d6 to influence that roll.
15.
You got a 15. Let me see what I got. All right. That contest has been won by Calysto.
Hey.
You slip
I use my tail.
the blade with an unforeseen prehensile tail that was hidden within your garments. You slip this venomous dagger into the belt of this dark stranger. The 2 guards barrel past you and they knock you over.
Watch where the fuck you're going.
Your 4 hors d'oeuvres are now on the floor.
Oh!
And they're like, get out of the way!
I'm deeply distraught seeing this from across the ballroom.
However, the dark man did feel this this weight being slipped into his belt, and he charges forward onto the stage.
I play the Reigns of Castamere and give a bardic inspiration die to the would-be assassin
Wait, can I just ask, are we the good guys?
I don't know.
That's why I asked about the political climate.
Sometimes things
it's
aren't so
gray.
cut and dry in towns for Childville.
Also, no one can prove that I had anything to do with this.
I would like to grab more cheese because I realize the prince is kind of a douche. So
I'm just singing. I'm just singing.
All right, the two guards have now seen what's transpiring. The dark man steps onto the stage, and the two royal guards go to engage him. He lifts this poison dagger and lunges for the prince. But the two...
I mean, if the Duchess is fine.
Sure, let's do an attack roll. Let's see what happens. He's going to have to beat... Let's do it.
Come on, assassin.
Here we are. I'm going to use Dex to modify this. He makes it.
Yay!
Was it because of my inspiration?
No, I actually didn't even use the inspiration, so he super made
So
it.
he has more inspiration if he needs it later.
He's so
It lasts for an
inspired.
hour.
Go
He
him.
super made
Let's
it.
see what he gets.
Oh, shit.
He's a well-trained assassin.
I think he went
He's quick. He's quick on his feet.
He went to assassin school.
Now that he's in the light,
Assassination.
though, you do recognize that he's the man from the bar who claims to be the one who arranged the entertainment for the evening.
This is highly entertaining. So
Yeah.
He was keeping to himself, it
So we
seems,
go way
because he
back.
had other plans.
You know that
He deals 7 damage, hurting the prince fairly badly.
And it's poison. Except, is the poison been licked off now? or
No,
like,
the
guys.
is there
it's
still
a-
poison
It's
left?
a dagger of venom. It's always a little venom.
It's
for
always
you.
venom.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
We licked it. We didn't deep throat it.
Oh no! The prince!
The two royal guards attack the man. And,
Is he boned?
well, he takes a good hit there.
I'm so
And he's going to take... Yeah, they knock him down. He's down for the count.
Okay.
He has bloodied the prince, but he did not complete his mission of killing him.
Does it seem like he's the only person who's on this mission?
Well, that's hard to tell because now that an assassination attempt has been made, the entire room erupts into panic. Everyone is surging towards the front door. Nobles are being trampled, and the wine is being spilled, and everyone is screaming in terror. Chaos has erupted. The two guards have released Zill, as she is the lesser threat in throwing cheese.
I lower my cheese and eat it for sustenance.
All right, your drunkenness begins to subside. You are no longer at disadvantage. Okay, you feel clear-headedness wash over you. Elmifistkadien
Yes.
the Enigmatic. This is exactly the sort of stuff that you watch out for.
Yeah, this is not where I want to be. This has gone south really quickly. I am going to try to help the situation. Against my better judgment. I'm going to come out from the table, but in doing so, I want to make sure that I'm disguised so that I don't draw any attention to myself, so I'm not implicated in whatever the fuck just happened. So I'm going to get a white sheet, one of the tablecloths, and I know that this is a disguise on top of a disguise, which is a little meta, but to make it all work, he's going to poke 2 holes in the sheet and write drunk across the front of it, and then just kind of blend into the crowd.
Sweet Jesus.
Elmifistkadien, you are a drunk ghost.
Spectre.
All right. Unfortunately for Calysto, you are on the floor as this surge towards the door begins to happen. I'm going to need you to make a strength check against the pull of the crowd in order to not get trampled.
D20, right?
Correct.
That's a first. 9.
9. Do you have a strength modifier?
Oh, excuse me.
I'll even let you use like acrobatics if you get a better modifier for that.
I do not.
Okay, so it's, what was it? What did you say it was?
My strength is 10. and
Okay,
then
so no
plus
modifier.
9.
9?
I guess, yeah.
You do not succeed. And while you get up, you take
Oof.
12 damage.
Those are some high heels.
Sorcerer, our comrade needs healing. You
Pierce-
spooky
piercing
ghost.
damage.
I am a spooky ghost now. It's clear.
Spectral healing.
All right, Calysto. So I got you at 20
That's correct.
HP. All right, you do manage to get up after that, though. Enough. There aren't enough people in the room to create a continuous flow.
Motherfuckers.
So you're on your feet, but your hands, your legs, and your arms have been trampled upon.
Can I go to the DeLePipe? Is she safe? Secure?
She has fallen over in her chair, but she's still up on the main stage.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go up there to try to help her to get her out of this situation so that she's secure because she was the one that we were here to protect. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna go up to her.
You approach the stage. Uthoria, where are you right now?
Is the prince down for the count or just injured?
The prince is he's cradling his cheek. It is bleeding severely.
Okay. And the guy on the would-be assassin that was cut down, is he like bleeding out on stage?
He is severely wounded and will not get up unless remedied.
Okay. I will. So the prince looks fine. He looks like he's not going to keel over and die from
He will
poison.
not die. These are not grave.
In that case, I will heal him with my healing word
All
and a
right.
sweet tune.
Uthoria, let me
is
get
a
you
sweet
over
tune.
there. Okay, so you're within 60 feet, and you're going to be very loud about that to be noticed.
Yes, this is done on purpose, and I'm coming towards him as this is happening.
Okay, the crowd surges towards the door. You come out of the surging crowd in the opposite opposite from them.
Yes.
And
Gracefully.
you cast this thing. The guards take notice that you are not attacking him, or they look to see if you're attacking him.
Yeah.
And they see that he is instead healed for
6 points
6.
of life.
All right, the prince is restored, I believe, back to almost full health.
Wow, incredible.
He is not strong of body, and so he is very easy to restore back to full health. Okay,
Then I ask, do you want the assassin alive?
and they're like, "Don't you worry about him. What are you doing here?"
I happen to be playing music, as is my trade.
like,
And I saw this commotion, but I possess some powers. Can I help you can I be of any further assistance?
All right, we got this guy. Head back with the band. I suppose the party's over.
Yes. I'm escorting the Duchess DeLePipe.
Are you a musician or escort?
I am both.
Musical.
I'm watching her, so as nothing were to happen to her. This is why I'm here. We deliver the best of service.
Mom always said no accounting for adventurers. All right, take her. And they throw her off the stage towards you.
Throw her off.
They do not care about the Duchess.
I grab her.
They throw her off the stage. Elmifistkadien is also waiting there beside you.
Okay.
The two of you catch the Duchess.
Yes.
So then we leave, right?
Yes. The door, however, is completely clogged with people.
We can go out the back.
Indeed, you can.
Let's go out the back.
Calysto, where are you right now?
I'm making my way toward the back at this point.
I'm signaling to our party that we're going out the back.
I see the signal
Yeah.
and respond accordingly.
All right, Zill gets with y'all. All right, so the rest of the guards go to protect. They've now completely surrounded Prince Lucivius III, and the royal guard are on high alert. They're watching everyone go, and they watch you go out the back door, happy that no more cheese is being thrown, nor...
And thankful for the healing that was thrown.
And thankful, indeed, they are slightly indebted to you, although they could have handled it. So, you make your way out the back door. I
Yes.
suppose you're going to head back around the building?
I'm fully expecting there are more assassins at the back here.
I don't know that there would be more, friend. I feel that this was a very specific assassination.
It was badly done then.
Indeed.
Well, let's go.
All right. Leaving the party, you do see that you do a perception check outside the kitchen. No big whoop. Nobody seems to be around skulking or planning anything. And through the bushes, the only person you see who's made their way out from the kitchen are the waitstaff, and you see Dale again. And Dale's like, "What the fuck did you guys do in there, man?"
Nothing. What did you do out here?
I saved the prince.
I did what I had to.
He's like, I was just getting ready to scrape some puke off the floor. That's all I was doing.
Oh, well, it's going to be cheese now, thanks to
Not
me.
a party unless
It
someone gets
was-
trampled.
Great knowing you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, the Duchess gets thrown in the carriage.
Yes.
Let's put her right
We'll
here.
never forget you, Dale.
Wait, who's that guy again?
He's like,
The other person.
you're a good man, El. Who's driving?
Not I.
I'll drive.
Okay.
Shotgun!
Elmifistkadien takes the reins and
I jump on
bravely.
top. Where I was.
You're going to be up top?
Yeah.
Okay. So Elmifistkadien and Uthoria are up front.
Oh, I called shotgun.
No, he's on the front. I'm just sitting on top of the carriage.
Can I ride a horse? Or, like, I feel pretty alone inside the carriage. Oh, the Duchess is
You're
there.
with the Duchess.
It's so awkward, though.
I can ride in the carriage with the Duchess.
Well, you're still buzzing, and she's buzzing. You guys feel a kindredness. Calysto, you're going to be inside as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Duchess. I'm trying to get that ladyhood.
That ladyhood? Well,
Handmaiden, yeah.
we'll see about that.
Yes.
All right, so the Duchess is completely like ragdolled in the back of this carriage. She's laughing. She's confused. She starts crying for a minute, but then she's back to laughing again. And you drive the cart up the road, due north. You do remember that the person who assigned you this quest, Platypus Maximus, told you that the Duchess's summer home or spring home is due north from the ball.
And that's the target of our...
That's how you get the Duchess home.
All right.
Due north.
And let's go there.
So you take your carriage and you take to the road. The Duchess is very drunk.
Callisto, give this to her. It'll mellow her out.
Is that what I think it is?
It's, well, just give it to her.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've hotboxed the Duchess.
It'll calm her down. We can't have any hysterical actions or anything that might...
Fuck it! Let's do it. It's a party.
All right, and you guys all pass it around, and she's like, I like you guys so much. Elmifistkadien, you're up front, so you had to hand that through like kind of a little window hole in the front.
Yes.
The three girls are in the back, and they're just like, trying to keep the Duchess awake and alive and not puking on herself, hopefully.
We're just talking about
It's
girl
like-
stuff. Like archaeology.
Girls' night out, right, guys?
This pipe is doing absolutely nothing for me. Is this arcane fire or?
It's like, this is fire. I love it.
It's magical.
And she's like high and drunk now.
Oh my god, she's crossfaded.
And indeed she is.
Yes.
So she's like, somebody hit me with cheese.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's so mean. It's gonna be a princess tonight. So as you continue up the road, you do see that you come to a crossroads. And there is a tipped-over wagon.
Ooh.
It has spilled its contents. And a lone man who seems to be some sort of merchant is just trying to roll like barrels of mead back onto the cart.
Oh my god.
I
is
am
that
winter now, and I am very suspicious of all of these things. This is probably an ambush.
As you roll by, he waves you down.
No.
And he's like,
Keep driving.
oh no.
No, I agree. This is suspicious.
Give
Keep
him a little
driving,
help,
keep
eh?
driving.
I don't like the smell of it.
I think we should pull over.
Stay away, sir.
No.
He's got
Fuck
booze.
you, mate.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
I
the way,
pull my bow out.
I am,
Fuck you.
I am still dressed up like a ghost. Just so that we're clear here.
I'm aiming right at him as we go. I'm like an American. I'm on patrol somewhere here. I'm just like, everyone who's getting close to my car is gonna die.
Like an American. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So as you head by him, let me just.
I'm really upset we passed up a huge opportunity for a lot of mead.
Yeah. So
Can I
A lot of mead, guys.
Can I use my observation to?
You can. Well, yeah, you can. But first, let me just tell you that 4 figures emerge from the woods.
Of course they do.
4 rough and tumble-looking ne'er-do-wells emerge from the woods, and they aim their crossbows and other ranged weapons at your car
Ambush!
and shoot them
I saw this coming a mile away.
They shoot them idly at the carriage, and the projectiles lodge themselves into the wooden exterior of the
We're
carriage.
just speeding along.
As you speed
Okay,
by.
I will return fire.
You will return fire. Which one will you aim for? There are two ruffians, a stronger-looking ruffian with fancier weapons, and there is a very, very beat-up thug who you recognize from a fight outside of a tavern last time.
That guy.
That guy? All right, take your shot.
That's going to be 19.
It is a 19. Yes, you kill him.
Oh, yeah, it was going to be 10 damage.
Oh, yeah, he dies. He's a
right.
dead man, and he's dead.
Yay, murder.
I immediately, yeah.
As we ride past, I'm
another
just
Shot.
All right.
Woo! I'm very impressed.
So, you can now actually see the map, because I didn't switch you guys onto the right map by accident.
Okay. You have imagination.
How close are they?
I mean, they were, when they emerged from the woods, they were 20 feet away. And
Oh,
then,
God, those close woods.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then as you continued to go forward, by the time they had their crossbows out, you were 40 feet away, and by the time they could shoulder a second shot, you were beyond their reach with their weapons.
Okay. If I was in reach, I would fire more arrows.
Indeed you would.
Yeah.
But this is not that day. For you see,
It's not this day.
you continue up the road. The Duchess really, really wants to make out with Zill.
This seems to happen a lot to me.
Zill? She says,
It's the good berries. They're very learned.
she says, you look like a pretty princess.
I am a pretty princess.
She's egging her on.
Come over here, I'll show you how a princess does. I'm gonna be a princess too.
Thinking that she's talking about something historical. I'm intrigued.
She's like, let me see what she's got going on.
I lean in to listen better.
She reaches for the hastily put together garment that Elmifistkadien has put upon you, and attempts to besmirch you. Do me a dex check.
14.
Princess rolls an 8, so you do manage to keep her grabby hands off your goddamn fancy dress.
A vast siren.
Sirens.
You may restrain her if you like.
You're going to need to sit your ass down right now.
She takes it as a cuddle hug and leans back into you. She rests her head in whichever ways gets her ears and her skin closest to your boobs.
Which are probably covered in good berries
Yeah.
at this point.
It's like, your boobies are delicious.
Good bears and canvas.
I stop the cart.
Elmifistkadien stops the cart.
Excuse me, young lady. Consent is real, and we will not have any of these shenanigans in this cart. You will walk home, or you will pull it.
She's like, I'll pull it for you. And she starts to crawl towards you.
And I consent, so come up here. I consent. Consent her over here, please.
The rest of the party can either watch as a consenting exchange of oral sex happens on the side of the road.
I cannot actually. She's far too gone. It would not be right. I'm a wizard of morals.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop that.
Okay, so the party has proven
I'm a
themselves.
total
Consent?
cock block.
Can't be given while drunk.
I'm a total cock block this.
Responsible party, guys.
I'm going to use part of my beautiful dress
I don't consent to rush.
to
Yeah.
now restrain the Duchess from causing more harm to her honor.
And she's like, oh, you're gonna tie me up like a dirty little princess.
Hey, friends, we need to leave. There could be more ambushes.
I think we should give her a few more hits of the pipe.
This is just uncomfortable.
I think we should do so while driving.
I think she's
we
had
should
enough.
give her some water.
Good berry? You gonna get
I mean,
berry
we're
yet?
assholes, but we're just not these sorts of assholes.
Fair enough.
Honorable assholes.
All right, you all get back in the cart. The Duchess is restrained and now sleepy from smoking too much of Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic pipe. She is passed out in the back of the cart.
That is.
You continue
Onwards.
further up the road. The road narrows to a path. The path narrows to what I would consider to be a walkway just wide enough for the carriage to keep making it. And finally, you come to an opening in the underbrush where there is a small cottage by a lake. And this is presumably the
Lake Cottage?
the spring cottage of the Duchess DeLePipe. However,
Is it burning?
the yard around the cottage is strewn with the bodies of knights
Do you think they were at
of
the
the
party?
realm.
Are these the knights
Well,
that
shit.
were given us gave us this mission to begin with?
These are the Knights of Platypus Maximus, out
Okay.
to find the perpetrators of a dastardly cattle thief.
They might-
Oh wow! And among these dead knights, are there just knights? Was this a very one-sided battle?
Dead knights, dead horses.
That's it.
I-
Just knights and horses.
Knights and horses, and a lot of blood. However, after waiting a few moments, you do hear out in the woods, and you see Platypus Maximus, bloodied, come around the corner of the cottage and saying, "Get out of here, you fools! It's coming!" With that, a boulder smashes through the corner of the cottage.
I really hope they have insurance.
It misses, but it does destroy.
A horse.
It does.
It landed on a horse.
It destroys
Its guts
this
are flowing.
corner of the cottage, and lands, let's say, right about there.
Spaghetti.
And with that, let me make sure this guy's set up right.
Platypus, get on the wagon!
A hill giant emerges from the woods
No.
in the northwest corner. And yeah, he's attacking Platypus with thrown rocks, but now he just holds a large tree trunk in his hand, and he's advancing towards Platypus.
Does this giant look like it's been fighting? Is it injured? Is it?
It has suffered some injuries, but it's not mortally wounded by any means.
I have turned the wagon around and we're leaving.
Elmifistkadien is wheeling the horses around.
I mean, he told us to leave.
I feel like we should.
I feel like we yes.
I mean, he's a knight. I think it's illegal to ignore his advice.
You know what? Let's ask the Duchess, because she's a little higher in power.
She's also drunk and sleeping.
Yeah, the Duchess
shit.
is like, yeah, I want to go to my house, go Betty by princess time.
I mean,
And we stay.
all right, we'll stop.
All right, everyone roll initiative.
15.
Okay.
So yeah, you get your initiative right
17.
there. 19.
Oh, look at you, fancy.
Okay.
1.
So that'd be 2 for me.
Calysto. What did you say? You just have a 1, no dex modifier?
You rolled out. Well, he has +1, so he has 2.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Making moves.
So 2.
Let's see, who's this? Zill, what did you get?
17.
Nice. Trout's not here anymore. He's not here anymore.
Poor Trout. Probably
Elmifis-
had the right idea.
Elmifistkadien, what do you got?
19.
19 it is. And let me get this for him. Okay. Man, I wish I was better at this. Alright. Let me arrange you guys. So I got Elmifistkadien.
Yes.
You see the hill giant emerging from the woods, and he is on a collision course with Platypus Maximus, the assigner of your quest.
All right, so in this minute, we're the heroes, I suppose. I'll stand and, with a mighty booming voice, announce, "Foul creature, remove yourself from our sight! Back to the depths you go!" And I throw a handful of firecrackers.
It's pretty scary.
Give me an intimidation check.
16.
It's good, but not good enough. The giant blinks He's like the Incredible Hulk on a rampage. He's distracted and, a little weirded out by it, but overall, he's not scared away.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to hide on the other side of the wagon.
Very good. Let me get the guy with the longest name here. There you go.
Please.
Okay. Next up is Zill.
Hi.
Can you see the map, Zill?
I can.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Mirroring
which,
it up.
Fwing.
I'm not gonna scream today.
All right. Are you still in the cart at this point?
Yeah. So I will cast that.
Okay.
Which I forgot. Oh, I gotta roll a d20.
No. So
No?
this
Okay.
one, now it's just active. Whenever
Okay, cool.
something hits you, they have to roll a d20 to determine if they get fooled or not.
Sick.
All right. There are 3 of you, Zill.
Great. I'm also going to use my bonus action, Blade Song.
Blade song.
Wow.
Does the Ariel tune.
It'd be like, swing.
Let it go.
All right. Do you move during your turn?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna move behind Platypus Maximus if I can, facing the Mountain Troll.
All right. You can get pretty much where you can get right next to the rock.
Yeah. Oh. I guess that's
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Is this his name?
That's the rock's name.
Oh, okay, The Rock.
Also, thanks to producer Kay for making a beautifully chiaroscuroed rock for us.
I love it.
It's very nice.
It's gorgeous. The detail. It's magnificent.
it rocks.
The best thing that's happened to us.
All right, so Zill, all 3 of Zill are kind of hanging out next to the projectile rock. Platypus Maximus, he wheels back. He just holds. He holds until the giant will be attacking him in hand-to-hand combat because he's only got his 1 spear and he can't afford to throw it right now.
I rolled a 15.
How close is that? Is that giant?
I'll be 14 right after him.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll get you right in this turn. All right, so Uthoria, it is your turn.
That's 90 feet from me, basically, because I'm standing on... Oh, I was on top of the wagon, yes?
Right, yeah, I was
Yeah.
moving things around so that I could see better. Sorry.
Sure. From me, how far to the troll?
You are 80 feet from the giant.
I moved 20 feet closer over here. Can I see it, even though it's going to be like...
If you get off the carriage, the cottage will be impeding your
Okay,
view to the
in that
giant.
case, I will stand here and I will ready a spell of dissonant whispers, where I sing of the mountain troll that got killed by my hand.
Wow, all
Blah,
right.
blah, 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 blah.
Dissonant whispers. Readying that action.
So when he gets to within 60 feet of me, which is going to be there, he's going to immediately take a dissonant whispers.
Very good. All right, what do we got for his... I believe the hill giant's speed is 30... Who cares? He's going to move 40.
Well, he'll double move if he doesn't get to close enough, thinking.
Yeah, let's
Because
say
he pulled out his tree trunk, right? He's
Yeah.
not throwing right now?
Right.
Yeah, cool.
So he's gonna run up to Platypus, but that takes all 6 seconds of his action.
But when he gets to the 60 feet mark,
Yes.
he...
Platypus.
Many, many terrible whispers in his brain about how he's going to fail at this and how he's worthless.
Oh no.
Yeah. Happen. At which point he has to do a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
And the troll is thinking about his high school years.
Yeah. That one time when he did that one thing that that always bothers him when he's trying to get to sleep.
That dream he has when he shows up in his underwear.
Yeah, he definitely rolls a 3, and then what does he get? A disadvantage?
No, this is worse. That's vicious mockery.
Oh.
This one, Dissonant Whispers, first it does 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
So that's a 12.
Okay.
And he now immediately has to use his reaction to run away.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's another full, whatever his move is, away from me.
He's like, but that's on his turn. He has to do. Oh,
Actually, it's immediately. Well, this is still his turn technically, but it is immediately upon the spell hitting. He has to use his reaction to then move.
That's with all his remaining movement, or
Just his reaction. The point being that he no longer has a reaction to, let's say, do other things.
Okay, so he.
So he used his whole action basically to move to there, and then immediately got told to leave.
As he moves away from Platypus Maximus, he gets a spear in the back of the ass.
That'd be great.
Oh, unfortunately, it's a critical fail.
Come on, Platypus.
Platypus Maximus.
We were counting on you.
I feel like any of us could be captain of the boat.
I want to point out that we saved your life.
Hey,
He sucks.
Platypus looks real bad. He's been fighting this guy the entire time.
Excuses are like assholes.
Is he like he's even trying right now?
I noticed that he's struggling, and I'm gonna go do some heals eventually.
Yeah, he does not have any good way to increase the likelihood of that hit. Yeah. All right, so
How susceptible is this giant to fire?
as susceptible as anything that burns.
Right.
Okay, so the hill giant has come and gone. Callisto, it is your turn. You are still on the cart, the carriage.
I am gonna get off the cart.
Towards the giant or away from the giant?
Definitely away since it's on its way out.
Okay, you see Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic cowering.
Dramatically standing waiting for his entrance.
Yes.
Well, that was a close one.
Yes, it was. Just as I foresaw.
Platypus is like, run! He's been distracted, but I don't know how much longer I can hold him off.
Duchess did say she wants to go to bed tonight in her cottage, so...
What's left of it?
I mean, there's enough there to complete our mission.
The Duchess is inside the cart. Princess!
This foul beast will bring more harm to the countryside if we do not deal with it.
Yes, and I believe there was a mention of payment upon completing our quest.
Most likely, yes.
Quick question. Towards Platypus. What do we get if we take that thing down?
He's like, I'll make the arrangements. My knights were all to be paid for this. And well, the gold's got to go somewhere.
They clearly did a great job, so...
Perfect. Ouch. I'm going to cast a witch bolt at it.
All right, now your sight is obscured if you're behind the cart. You can't see through the cottage. You don't have line of sight through the cottage and the carriage
Where
right
am
now.
I standing? Oh, I'm
right
oh,
here.
For some reason, I thought I was on the other side of that. I thought the cottage
No,
was
you
the
exited
carriage.
away from the
You
giant.
thought you were in front
Well,
of the
either way, this is in the
was
way.
away.
I stayed on this one
Got it.
because that's the only way I can see him.
Let me see. Should I?
You still have, let's say, 25 feet of movement.
So you can climb back on the cart and see him.
Yeah. Can I move toward the?
From the top of the car, you would at least be able to see the top of the hill giant.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and?
Sure. You used, a good amount of your movement, let's say 10 feet of movement to get up there, so now you've used 15 feet of movement.
Great. So is this going to trigger a wild magic event?
Yes.
Yes, it will.
Shit.
Well, if
We've
you
only,
roll, if you
you're
roll,
only playing for 2 hours. If you don't trigger your wild magic every once in a while, then what's the point?
So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to fire that.
Just roll whatever you need to attack the giant and a D100.
Oh, is the wild magic surging?
Yep.
It is now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey,
well,
man.
so then you should definitely use Tides of Chaos on the Witch Bolt attack, so that his wild surge immediately triggers.
Got it. Okay.
Then you get it back
So you get advantage.
to the shot, and then
which one am I
immediately
rolling for
trigger
that?
a wild surge.
Which one am I rolling for that?
Two D20s. Use the higher number.
Roll 2 D20s, give me the higher value. With, I think a +5 for your spellcasting modifier.
That's correct.
Not great.
It's a 10.
Well,
10
it's a
plus
15 with
15,
your 5,
that's a hit.
right?
15.
Yeah, 15.
But before that happens, the wild magic triggers.
Okay, so hit me with a D100 roll. That's a D10 and the D10 with 2 digits on it.
That one and a normal D10.
Thanks, friend.
Guys?
No problem.
Yay,
We're in this
happy.
together,
That's
friend.
right.
Yes.
We're here to help each other out.
Don't roll a
Yes.
6.
Our characters are assholes. We are not.
That is
Not
a
to each other.
36.
God, I just saw the 6.
A 36. Oh, roll a d10. Just roll the one with the single digit on it.
10.
It's a 10, yeah.
Your age changes by 10 years.
Oh my.
Ooh.
If the roll is even,
Yes.
you get older. You've just aged 10 years.
35 now.
It's gonna
All right, party, I think it would be in poor taste not to do this. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday to you. It's no longer copyrighted.
What the fuck just happened to me?
Calysto. Happy birthday times 10.
9 more times.
But get bigger.
All right, so that was unfortunate. But your witch bolt, or what was it, witch bolt?
Witch bolt,
was
yes.
correct.
Yeah, roll some damage for that.
Connects.
It's 20, right?
A D12.
20, yeah.
No, it's a 12.
Was it worth it, Calysto?
Was it? There you go.
7?
Yeah.
Let's see, plus...
Nah, I don't think it's any pluses.
Nope, no pluses.
Witch
yeah,
bolt
it's a
doesn't
7.
get modified. So 7 damage.
But you get to now, bonus action, inflict damage for as long as you want. Every round.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit him, it pings off of him, and it does gives him a little cut on his shoulder. Cool. Feel it. Feel it.
It surrounds him in energy. You can keep
Yo,
choking
feel
the life out of him.
All right, up again. Elmifistkadien the Enigmatic.
Yes, so we are fighting this opponent who has his back turned to us running away. Is that correct?
Indeed, he does.
Not by choice.
No, it's
That was
fine.
me.
No, well done, well done. I am climbing onto the carriage as well.
10 feet of movement. Yes.
And with my hand outraised, I cast a magic bolt of... I shoot my crossbow.
I love it when he does that.
From a hidden stance.
Magic arrow! So yes, I am from a hidden stance, so I believe that I get the sneak attack damage. For that.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll give you that. His back is turned. You got the drop on him.
Okay.
He's 80 feet away.
What's the crossbow range? Probably not. It might be light crossbow. I don't know.
No, it's hand. So it's
so there's definitely disadvantage.
range is disadvantage. It's 120, so I can definitely hit him, but
Yeah.
30 is
It's a
the close
disadvantage.
range.
Okay, so then you have advantage from being hidden, and then disadvantage from range. So normal
It's
roll.
just normal roll.
Yeah.
I hit with a 16.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. So then that's sneak attack damage as well. So I add 3d6.
Yeah,
Plus,
like that.
let's just see how we do here. 7. Okay, so 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. As far as anyone that's done anything to this giant, you got him good. He's bleeding bad from that arrow wound. However, that does enrage him. And he turns around and he looks at you, and he's real mad about that.
It was her. She did it.
All right.
Come at me, bro!
He's
the wild mage.
I think he might. Okay, Zill, you're up.
Okay.
All three of you.
Yay! Hey guys. Okay, so I would like to move closer to this jerkwad of a troll.
Okay.
I need to get within 30 feet though.
You are now.
I also get a plus 10
So
movement.
she has 40 feet of movement right now, so that's 10. Yeah, she can get to from behind the rock, and she has 40 feet of movement basically if she wants to.
Okay, so you don't use all your movement, but you are, let's say, now within 30 feet. I'm going to move you.
Yeah,
forward
that'll be close enough.
Okay. All right. I'm going to use my action
To
to cast. Oh my god, I'm gonna mispronounce this. And everyone's gonna be mad.
Don't worry, the
I
internet doesn't hate you.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
The internet almost never criticizes anything.
Never.
Especially if you're wearing Street Fighter cosplay.
never.
Agonazar's Scorcher.
That's perfect.
Ooh, it's a scorcher.
Line of fire just.
5 feet wide, 30 feet long,
Dope.
and then
Thick.
D20 to see if I hit.
I
Roll
think
it.
he just has to save.
Oh, he has to save?
Yeah, it's a saving throw for half. Dex save.
Oh yeah.
Dex save. Ooh, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh.
You don't have to do anything. You just have to roll damage. You have to roll.
Ooh, yeah, he fails hard.
Okay, so let me get another one of those D8s because I roll 3 of them.
Yeah.
He stands there like a real fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm really
13.
digging the
13.
art too.
Yeah.
He
Producer
gets hit
K
for 13.
Nice.
Lots of fuego.
I love the
said
heart.
13 damage.
Yes, 13.
Beautiful. All right, you do scorch the giant, and now he's real pissed off at you instead of Elmifistkadien.
And I
Perfect.
whisper, bitch.
She looks him dead in the windows of his soul.
All right, Uthoria, you are now on top of the carriage, taking aim at the hill giant.
Yes. So I can see him from there, yes, obviously still, I hope.
Indeed.
Yes. So I'm going to bonus action hex it, which basically just curses him, so I do more damage to him if I were to hit with something else.
Okay.
I choose an ability thing, so I'm going to pick strength. So
Okay.
he has disadvantage on strength checks.
Excellent.
Gets just grab anyone. And then I'm going to fire at him with my longbow.
Fire. Fire at will.
That's going to be 14.
That's a hit.
That's going to do 12 damage.
Very good. He is looking worse and worse.
Some of that damage is necrotic as the hex works on him.
Yeah, it all works. It's good. He's just a lonely giant out in the woods trying to kill all the cows.
And then I run closer. No, I don't. How far am I from Platypus right now?
You are 50 feet from Platypus
Okay,
Maximus.
I will run my 30 feet down from the carriage and behind the rock and behind Platypus there.
Let me get you 30 feet right
Thanks.
That is a nice rock. It did me well last turn.
Yeah.
It was very nice of him to throw it over here.
now. Producer
Yeah.
K likes to rock.
I feel like people are going to get hurt soon, so I'm going to go ahead and get in range for his meals.
We should send this giant a fruit basket after this is over.
Yes.
All right, Platypus Maximus makes a run at the giant. And he's like, "Foolish girl, don't try to take it on alone. That's for me to do."
We all look
And he
judgingly.
flexes at you a little bit. I mean, he earned it.
Rolling eyes.
A little bit of blood splatters out of his biceps as he flexes.
And he's going to attack.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to hit. And wow, yeah, he gets a good hit in.
Yeah, that's because we all got good hits too, Platypus.
It's true. It's true. You did. Let me see if he gets another attack. I just got to make sure I'm not ripping him off out
Hey,
of
guys,
anything.
Watch this.
Yeah. All right. So
what-
here he
what
goes.
happened?
He's got one more attack. And come on, Platypus. Let me just
Do it.
I gotta move it.
End him.
He does it. And what happened?
I told you. Oh
yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
Platypus.
Second swing.
Wow.
You had that coming.
It was
Oh
so
my
much
God.
damage.
Are your qualifications to be like captain of the guard
I
going
know.
to bakery school or something? Like, come on.
It's like I haven't fully accounted for all my wounds tonight.
Get out of here.
You're being a dumbass.
Different in the arena.
Asshat.
For his grave mistake, the hill giant
Backhands in.
does try and club him. The hill giant rolls to club Platypus Maximus.
That's probably gonna hurt.
But he's at disadvantage because of the hex, correct?
Yeah, no. Actually, that's just if it's an ability check. So sorry, no.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Someone
Even if
get
it
him
uses
outta
the
here.
strength modifier.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing is...
It's
let's
definitely
see.
gonna maybe hurt.
That is a lot of damage.
What kind of armor is he sporting, this Platypus man?
Just enough... God. Stupid big tokens.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was a dramatic step
Yeah, I
forward.
thought he just fucking crushed him. Like, ended
Just enough to
play.
get hit 2 times right now. Yeah, so that was a lot of damage. Let me do some mental math in my head. Watch that life bar. Boom. So
Is that a little sliver of red?
that's a little tiny sliver of red on his health bar.
I think that's an indication
my
of his
God.
combat skills.
We gotta end
They're
this.
both just like slugging it out on their last breaths right there.
He's getting it all over the ground.
You know what, though?
Am I next up for this
That's
one?
fine. Yes, Calysto. Calysto, it's your birthday. Gonna attack like it's maybe your 10th birthday this day.
I'm super pissed at this point, and I'm gonna
Aren't we
try
all?
banishment.
Ooh, gotta banish him.
You can just bonus action activate your witch bolt
Oh my God.
to
I
hurt
I could
him.
do that,
Yeah,
but I just
Optimized.
want this thing to disappear.
want to see what
Now,
but then
you
it,
as
but then
a
it comes
person
back.
who casts banishment, you do know that it will reappear like 1 minute later.
It's yeah.
Oh my God,
You don't
dude.
really banish it.
Actually, yes.
Okay, so it's, wild magic. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, what's the range on that?
It says 60 feet.
Oh,
You'll have to jump off the cart and move closer.
Yeah, let's do that.
To the dark place.
Let me see.
Send that motherfucker to the shadow realm.
Let me make sure
For
you
1
can even
minute.
do that.
I'm not sure. He,
One whole minute of peace and quiet.
Yeah,
Shittiest
I'm gonna be.
live.
I'm gonna be totally honest here. I don't think you have an option. Your movement is 30 feet.
yeah. I don't think he gets to see.
Witch bolt?
Yeah, you're either gonna be obstructed by the cottage if you get off the cart, or you're gonna have to use all of your movement to get up behind Zill, and then you won't be able to do your action.
Okay, let's just witch bolt them then. Let's see.
Wise choice.
Well, you could do many things, but Witch Bolt is one of them.
I could do many things. Which
So
one
this
was
will
it?
not.
So another D12.
It's a D12. I just had it. I don't know what I do.
Yeah. You just yeah.
Many dice.
It's the not quite D21.
It's the one with the 12.
Calysto, with a wild look in her eyes, decides to unleash the power that she that she kind of gets off on.
One.
You roll a 1. That was a D12, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was what you meant to roll.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's what damage does.
Oh, you do 1 damage to the giant?
Yeah,
Is that what I just understood about
That
that?
is correct. From
Okay.
that witch bolt.
His heart wasn't in it. He didn't want to do it the whole time.
I often, yes, when I cast that spell myself, I usually put a little more flip in the wrist. It's a little tip for you.
The hill giant did not get fucked.
See it.
No. So
no,
that was
sorry.
just your bonus action. You still have your full action to cast other spells and do stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast the witch bolt again.
Is that only a bonus action?
So the Witch Bolt's concentration. So if you cast another Witch Bolt, you replace the one you're currently concentrating on.
Got it.
Do you have Magic Missile? Do you have Acid Arrows? Do you have...
Yeah, magic missile.
Magic Missile would be sweet.
Good standard.
You just roll damage, right?
You just roll damage.
Yes,
3d4.
I use it often.
Yes. It's a very
I'm
effective...
growing strangely suspicious of our sorcerer now that I've been doing all the casting.
No. I just don't wish to steal the limelight.
I lean behind the cottage.
We need
and
3
just
of those
kinda
pyramid
glare.
dice.
Oh, 3d4.
The little tiny ones.
The pyramids.
caltrops.
3 times that.
Pyramids of knowledge.
It would be a shame for me to outshine
The
you.
number on the bottom is what you're counting. So that was a 1.
1.
That's a 3. Yeah, so you're at 4.
Another 1. 5. And then plus 3, so it's 8 total.
All right, roll that D100 for me as well.
Yeah, that happens first.
This one, right?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
going to need a D100, so you're going to roll 1 more die with that. So that's
Yes.
your full D100.
Yes.
Guys,
Oh, 94.
It's a 94. Oh, God. Please let me de-age.
No.
No.
your size increases by 1 category for the next minute.
10
You
years
are
older
now-
and large.
You are now a large 35-year-old tiefling disguised as a steampunk.
Does he just crash through the
However-
roof of
Sweet
the...
Nephis!
The magical damage slays the giant.
Right as Calysto crashes through the top of the carriage.
Right as you yourself become a giant, you absorb the giant's life energy,
Oh my god.
making you a giant yourself.
Another
However,
troll.
your feet do crush the top of the carriage, and you narrowly avoid crushing the Duchess.
Elmifistkadien
Do I fall
falls.
off that carriage?
You
and
fall through it.
Flash everyone.
Yes, you end up
Mostly the Duchess. Yeah.
you end up on your ass on the ground, and the Duchess starts crawling towards your exposed vagina.
She's tied up.
She is, but she's doing the worm.
Holy shit, guys!
All right.
Creative.
Slap her away with your tail.
The battle is over. The house is slightly
We
damaged.
can put her inside.
Platypus Maximus is hanging on by an inch of his life.
I heal him.
And
Should
he
we?
walks back to you and he's like,
Should we?
Should we?
he's like, you are fools, but
Are
I
we?
appreciate your help tonight, my friends.
Yeah, don't you feel better?
He's like,
Who are you calling a fool?
I know, and then he followed with friends.
He's
Like,
like-
that makes it okay.
His spear throw didn't even land.
he's like, amongst warriors like us, I think a few ribs can be can be tolerated.
You still have ribs that aren't broken.
One or two.
Eat these.
Look, fam.
All right.
Since I got the final kill, do I get a little more than the rest of these guys?
He's like, we'll divvy it up later. I'll make sure you get your share.
Right.
But listen, let's get the Duchess to bed, and I'll bring you back to the barracks, where you can get a night's sleep. I'm sure it's been as long of a night for you as it has been for me.
The money is a little more important than the sleep. I'm
All
not
right,
gonna lie.
I understand. You'll be paid. You'll be paid for your time and your effort. But I have to get you back. I don't have it on me, you have to understand. I came out here to find a cow thief.
Typical.
We shall do this.
He's like, here is the fee for escorting the Duchess. And he gives you each 15 gold pieces. But he's like, as far as helping me with the giant, that's a reward I'll need to procure from the prince himself.
Just as long as you are good for it. You see, coin is very hard to come by these days, and as I'm forcing myself back up, bags of coins are coming out, scooping them back up and putting them back into my robe.
He's like, oh, adventurers, this is what you get from the Inquestlement Center. Very well. Let us be off once the Duchess is secured in her home. She'll have to deal with a hole in the wall for tonight, but overall, I think she'll be safe.
I think that's the least of her worries right now.
I mean, she is the worst. I just want to be clear.
Literally the worst.
You all seem to have made it through without your pants being taken off, but so that's
Not all of us.
something.
All of us.
I try to put what's left of my robe down.
And he's like, well, I thank you once again. If one of you would be kind enough to drive the carriage back. And you healed him with good berries?
Yeah, he has 10 good berries now.
Okay.
He heals for 10 if he wants.
Oh, he's bleeding less.
Yeah.
He's enjoying those good berries. So yeah, he's in the cart with you guys. The
Real
Duchess
good.
is asleep in her home.
Surrounded by corpses.
Your charge has been discharged.
Yep.
And-
We put her into bed. I lean over and I whisper,
What season is it now, bitches?
And we all just pose.
It's winter,
heroically.
bitches.
And you ride due south along the path back to Townsville, Shireverton's hamlet.
I'm still fully expecting an ambush, standing on top there with an arrow knocked.
All right, staying on guard. But
Yes.
the quest for tonight is over.
Ta-da!
And I thank you for attending to the Duchess's balls.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for DMing.
Amazing.
The Duchess's
We'll
balls.
have we'll do one last round of outroductions.
Okay.
And we'll go in reverse order. So Hunter, what do you want everybody to know that's watching right now that might want to find you online and what you do?
Then I love you, and
that's
I'll find you.
Okay.
That's a little creepy.
That's a threat. Straight up threat.
You can find me at Dreadwolf at Instagram,
Okay.
and yeah, it's pretty much where I'm found. Or you can find me hanging around Bill.
It's mostly
I like to
pictures of
stalk
anime.
him. Yeah. So
You'll also find NerdBotCon, Anime Pasadena. I'm sure
that's
you'll be there.
true. Always.
Oh, NerdBotCon.
Indeed.
NerdBotCon.
NerdBotCon is September
September 30th.
September 30th, and Anime Pasadena 420.
Hey, was that an accident?
It's not April 20th. It's 420.
Elmifistkadien will be there.
That's right. Knox.
Yeah, if you'd like to find me, you can go to the-dungeonmaster.com, and we have just announced that our next Dungeon Master show is going to be on March 10th, and that's downtown at the Vortex. You can go to our website, you can find out all about it. Certainly, if you enjoy comedy and adventure, you can find it there as well as here. But then you can also find me personally at twitch.tv/ScabbyRooster.
Scabby Rooster. And I like how you went right into the announcer voice.
Thank you very much.
So practiced at projection.
Someday.
Lizifer.
Hi. So you can find me at Lizifer, technically on everything, but I'm really only updating my Instagram right now. And I'm actually going to be starting a digital painting series that I may or may not stream.
I'll watch that.
Of a bunch of fantasy art because that's cool. And then I'll be making LARP weapons and posting that stuff. So, but yeah, just follow me for general creation stuff in general.
And Thor Nye.
I am Thornai everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So THORKNAI. And if you want to support me, go buy my episodes of all my shows on Instagram, and I'll get like 2 cents.
Yeah,
Thanks
those
very
royalty
much.
checks.
Yeah, yes, that's
Get them all
Swimming in it.
crazy digital media royalty checks.
Sweet, sweet money.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thor's on the Outpost.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
DC Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah.
And who are you in Legends of Tomorrow?
I am Leif Erikson.
Isn't there like a statue of him in Griffith Park?
Yes, he is the Viking who discovered America in
Lovely.
1030.
So it's your fault.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I'd go with yes.
The original White Devil. Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
Ruining it for everyone.
It's a good story, by the way. I should totally Wikipedia what happened to that expedition. Yeah.
Well, before this becomes like a weird MAGA flame war, I'm gonna
dear.
sign off as
Oh,
well.
God.
I'm Loki Hates You. You can find me at Loki Hates You on most things. Just Google Loki space hates space you. And you can also find me at Dimension Dorks. Believe it or not, if you email Dimension Dorks, you email me.
Woo!
We will be back next week. We're gonna have probably a whole new cast, unless the winds of fate proclaim that we absolutely need to have this cast again. But I love these people, and they will be back on at some point in the future, each and every one of them.
Love you too, pal.
But until next time, we just saw what was up the wizard's sleeve. So now it's time to see what's up yours.
Up yours.
This is our new
Smelling what you're
catchphrase.
stepping in. I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Thank you.
So let's go to
Yeah.
Starlight.